Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here. And in today's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this Happy Madison comedy film, which I just got done watching on Amazon. And that's going to be on Strange Wilderness. Strange Wilderness is directed by Fred Wolf, and it's also a Happy Madison production, like I said. And the movie stars Steve Zahn, Jonah Hill, Alan Covert, Justin Long, Peter Dante, Ashley Scott, Ernest Borgnine, and among others, in an all-star cast. So, in this movie, Steve Zahn plays a guy named Peter who takes over for like a wildlife TV show known as Strange Wilderness, like the name of the movie, like after his dad dies, but then Peter receives a far less success. When the show is threatened with cancellation, Peter and his know-nothing crew of stoners and idiots realize that only one creature can save the show, and that would be Bigfoot. So of course Peter and his team have to go out into the woods and search for Bigfoot in order to save the show from being canceled. So yeah. And of course, just like in some old Happy Madison films, a bunch of crazy shenanigans happen here and there. Yeah, you guys already know that by now. So I've been hearing that this movie was considered to be one of the worst Happy Madison films of all time, and this movie got 2% on Rotten Tomatoes, like almost identical to Master of Disguise, which I still think Master of Disguise looks awful in my opinion. But for today, I only watched Strange Wilderness for opinion purposes, and so. In my opinion, I did not really like Strange Wilderness that much. Strange Wilderness was not really funny in my opinion. I just think it was boring. It was just boring and dull and lame. Yeah, this movie sucked. I personally wasn't really a fan of this movie. This movie was a one and done. So, because it's like I said, this movie was a one and done, like I just said, and it was just like. I wasn't really a fan of this movie. Let's just say that. It's like I wasn't really a fan of Strange Wilderness because I can see why people did not really like this movie that much and why it was so bad. Because like I said, in most Happy Madison films, the humor itself in this movie was not really funny in my opinion. The humor in this movie didn't really work here, and. Yeah, the comedy and humor, it just didn't really work here. And Fred Wolf's direction, it seemed like he wasn't really trying as hard as to direct this movie, and he didn't really try hard enough. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, the all-star cast of this movie, like the cast members, like the actors, I mean, they're fine in a Happy Madison film. They're still fine. That's one of my minor positives I have of the film. I mean, Steve Zahn and Jonah Hill and Alan Covert, Justin Long, Peter Dante, Ashley Scott, and, Ernest Borgnine, like I just said at the very start of this movie review. But I just think this is like one of the worst Happy Madison movies of all time. Yeah, same thing goes to Master of Disguise and Jack and Jill and That's My Boy. And, of course, Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. Like, I was not really a fan of those films either, because I can see why a lot of people hated those films. And, yeah. And, of course, the movie's also very short, too. The movie's, like an hour and 24 minutes, like 88 minutes. Yeah. Kind of almost feels like a comedy film that would be aimed towards teenagers or something like that. But I gotta say, as for the opening and closing logos, the Paramount logo actually does not appear until the very end of the film, where it says "distributed by" at the top. Yeah, because that's why the Paramount logo wasn't at the beginning, but at the end. That's kind of like in DreamWorks films that were distributed by Paramount at the time. Like the Paramount logo would appear at the end, just like in this movie. The Paramount logo appears at the very end of the credits and not at the beginning. Speaking of the opening logos. The opening Happy Madison logo is actually zoomed in very closely, and the background music playing in the Happy Madison logo is the exact same music that played at the very beginning of Grandma's Boy, and I think Grandma's Boy I think was a much better movie that used that music in the Happy Madison logo. But for Stanley Sandler, for Stanley Sandler in this movie, he doesn't say "oh boy" just like in Grandma's Boy. He says the usual "terrific." Yeah. And yeah, so and as for but I know one of my friends, like, Justin M, who enjoys this movie in his opinion, because he remembers the lines, he remembers one line in this movie, which is actually, "You just got knocked the F out." Yeah, he told me that on FaceTime. Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, but overall, Strange Wilderness was not really a good movie in my opinion. I wasn't really a fan of it. It was just a one and done. So I'm gonna give Strange Wilderness 1.5 out of 5 stars. It was not a good movie. I didn't like it. Sorry. But if you didn't mind Strange Wilderness, then that's perfectly fine. If you didn't mind this film, then that's perfectly fine. Yeah, this is all opinion based. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for my thoughts and review on Strange Wilderness. And oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, even though this movie came out in 2008, principal photography and filming actually occurred in 2005. And I also noticed at the very end of the credits said that the copyright symbol was actually 2006. So maybe the movie was completed in 2006, but didn't come out until 2008. Yeah, I almost forgot to mention that. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching my movie review on Strange Wilderness. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.